Observer System Redux is a psychological horror game that was released in 2017. It came out to Microsoft Windows, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4, but I think the ultimate way to play this game is on the next generation. The next generation consoles not only look better, I think they perform better. The reality is Observer System Redux is one of those games that's so strange, so out there, that a lot of people's radars might not have picked it up. During my time with this game, I've enjoyed the hell out of it. Really, it is not for everybody, but I think it is for a lot of people who may have not noticed it. It's a game where you're kind of investigating. You're a detective.
Still fresh.
Coming from the Bloober team, it's kind of surprising how good this game actually is. I've heard a lot of people give crap to Bloober, and frankly, this is one of those titles that not only knocks it out of the damn park, it is something to kind of ponder and think about. The acting from Rutger Hauer is simply astonishing. I think his voice work and what he did for this character is absolutely premium. The truth is, Rutger Hauer is one of my favorite actors, and this role, I didn't know he was playing the role at all until I looked it up. The best way I could describe Observer System Redux is that you're a detective, a high-tech one, an older man but still mechanically able to take on anything he needs to. This is a game that has psychological horror written all over it, but deep in its core, it's an investigative discovery game. The amount of characters and the way they differentiate is something I'd like to emphasize. This is not a fast, action-paced, shoot-'em-up detective story. No, this is not even close to that. I haven't even found a gun yet. I don't even know if there is one. I don't quite frankly care if there is. That's how damn good it is. What you're doing most of the time is talking to people through their doors, and I know that doesn't sound like a very compelling thing, but if you're into characters and character studies and how the mind works, this is one of those games that might be on a different level, and intellectually I think this will take some time for you to digest. It reminds me of Disco Elysium in the way of you're talking to so many different people, gaining so much information. Not all of it is relevant, but a lot of it makes sense, and a lot of it is part of the lore that surrounds this 2084 Metropolis apartment-style building. Oh my god, is it crazy.
Didn't actually see her. I could smell her, you see.
Smell her?
Don't tell me you can't. That cheap crap she pours over herself, the entire hallway reeks of it. She probably thinks it makes her seem ladylike.
I see. I got it. Thanks for your help.
I could hear her panting too, moaning like the whore she is.
You did, huh?
Yeah, biggest fucking cock tease you've ever seen. Always toying with me, bending over when reaching for the lock, all naked underneath her clothes. She knows I'm watching too. She likes to make me itch, cooped up with that junky meathead. I mean, what does he have that I don't? They're all like that, you know? Fucking mongoloid bitch. Now I hope she gets what she fucking deserves, so that she knows she's fucked up. She'll have no choice but to come to me, begging. But it'll be too late, you hear me? Too late!
Okay. How about you shut the fuck up?
Well, that was certainly uncalled for. Good day to you, officer.
From the characters that inhabit the building to the building itself, it's something out of a Deus Ex nightmare, but also based in a reality that you can kind of see coming down the road. Slum-like buildings where there are hundreds of tenants and very little spaces. This is something of the future I could see happening. Observer kind of takes it in a way that is so realistic, it's kind of profound. Observer System Redux takes place in Krakow, Poland, and it's really represented very well in the world that they have built. It is not only well represented, it sounds very authentic, the way people are talking about things and the way you see advertisements and the way they're described. You feel like you're in that world, like history has been a part of you and your character for that long, that you're used to it. You feel like you're stepping right in someone's boots, who, well, maybe you've been that person all along. and there are some choices to be made, mainly within the dialogue trees. These narrative pieces that take place through the door is only part of the gameplay. Most of the gameplay that I'm experiencing right now is a lot of detective work, scanning things, looking at the environment, looking at the blood, how someone was killed. From the CSI work that I've been doing to downright scanning everything in the environment just to know a little bit more about the story and where we're going. This game really doesn't need a whole lot more to keep me satisfied, or a lot of people I know that play games and enjoy the narrative storytelling and the characters throughout. This is one of those games that I would definitely suggest to most people. It's got the Cyberpunk vibe, it's got the Blade Runner vibe, it's one of those games from darkness that you don't really expect to come. But frankly, this game looks so good, the characters are so compelling, and the story is starting to go in a direction that is so insanely twisted that really, it is one of those titles that not only I suggest, I give my stamp of approval on. This is a game that isn't for the fast-paced action genre loving person. This game is a steady burn, not a slow burn. You can enjoy all the conversations, or you can blast through them as quick as possible. The truth is, maybe you don't need to converse with every single person in the building. The little chunk of plot that I'm gonna tell you guys about is that you're a detective in this building for a reason. You find someone there who has their head cut off, and the reality is it gets deeper and crazier the further you go. The madness doesn't stop, and your quest to find out what the fuck has happened is just the beginning. There's so much to see throughout. I'm not gonna lie, this is a hard sell on a lot of people. If you don't like conversations in games, if you don't like investigating and discovering, this might not be for you. If you like Cyberpunk but you're looking for something a little bit more breathtaking, this might be up your alley. If you're tired of waiting for a new Deus Ex game, I suggest this title. It's kind of like that, where you're talking to people, gaining information, but there's a lot of sequences that are kind of on rails. If you don't like on-rails sequences, this might not be for you. Although I know this game might not be for everyone, I'm glad to have played it, and thanks to Minded Bay for supplying it to the brass tacks to get down to the reality that it is quite compelling, and I do suggest it. Thank you once again for watching this Dylan in the Details review. If you'd like to get down to those brass tacks, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure you hit the bell, because around here, they don't like it when I tell it like it is. But until next time, ta-ta.
Hello? Anyone out there?